In my work, we find that kids and adults can have different mindsets about their basic talents and abilities. In a fixed mindset, children think their talents, abilities, intelligence are just fixed. They have a certain amount, and that's that. As you will see, this is the mindset that saps children's motivation to learn and adults' motivation to engage as well. But other kids have a growth mindset. They don't think it's fixed. They think their abilities can be developed through practice, dedication, help, and good mentoring from others. They don't think everyone's the same or that anyone can be Einstein, but they think everyone can get smarter if they apply themselves. And these are the people who remain vehemently, vigorously engaged with learning, especially in the face of difficulty. In one study, we followed hundreds of seventh graders through their transition. Seventh grade in the US, they're about 13 years of age. It's a terrible transition for many students. Everything gets harder, the grading gets more stringent, the environment becomes less personal. And that's when we see students turning off to school. So we measured students' mindsets at the beginning of seventh grade. We saw who believed their intelligence was just fixed versus who believed it could be developed. And look what we found. Although the two groups entered seventh grade with identical past achievement in maths, their grades diverged steadily over the next 2 years. Those with a growth mindset remained and became increasingly engaged, while those with a fixed mindset became increasingly disengaged. How are these mindsets learned? The most interesting way we've studied them is in the context of praise. We've done experiments with little kids ranging to older kids, and in these experiments, children perform on a task, and some of them are praised for their ability. You're really smart. Some of them, after they've performed, are praised for the process they've engaged in, their strategies, their effort, their focus, their persistence. So here's an example of effort. You worked really hard. What we have found in study after study is that ability praise backfires. The self-esteem movement told us ability praise would make kids happy, and it does for a minute. But as soon as they encounter difficulty, that happiness fades away. So ability praise, we've found, puts them into a fixed mindset, and as soon as the task becomes difficult, they start being unhappy, disengaging, and becoming less and less effective in their problem solving. But those who receive process praise, again, strategies, effort, perseverance, they go into more of a growth mindset, and their engagement becomes more and more vigorous as the problems get harder. Their problem solving becomes more and more effective as the problems get harder. Can mindsets be changed? Yes. In one major study, we took students, seventh graders, who were already showing declining grades in math, and we divided them into two groups. One group got fantastic study skills, 6 sessions of training in learning skills that their teachers said would really help them. But the other group, the growth mindset group, got 6 sessions of growth mindset plus study skills. The growth mindset sessions kicked off with this article: "You can grow your intelligence. New research shows the brain can be developed like a muscle." And they learned that every time they pushed out of their comfort zone to learn something new, there were these neurons in their brain, and they formed new connections. Over time, if they did hard things and stuck to them, they could get smarter. Kids were thrilled by this idea. In a fixed mindset, kids tell us that when they are applying effort or experiencing difficulty, they feel dumb. Because they think if they were really smart, they wouldn't have to try hard, and they wouldn't be experiencing difficulty. But in a growth mindset, or after they learn a growth mindset, they know that effort and difficulty, those are the times they're growing new connections and getting smarter. So let's see what happened to our kids. Those who just got the learning skills workshop continued to show declining grades in math. They became more and more disengaged. But those who got the growth mindset plus study skills workshop showed a sharp rebound in their grades. They became more and more engaged over time, and the teachers saw it. So even though things were hard for them, they stuck to them and enjoyed the learning more than they had before.